Mr. Hanley, I presume.
You'd better go home, Harrington.
Are you taking over, Mr. Hanley?
There's been some trouble with your father.
What happened to him?
Not a thing.
For once in your life, just say it straight out. What happened?
George Anderson tried to shoot your father. But he didn't. Good evening, Allison.
I thought I heard...
May I come in? You're probably wondering what I'm doing here.
Yes, what are you doing here?
Visiting. I don't think I've been here before.
No, I know.
Well, the Mackenzie home.
Mr. Hanley,
You know, it's just as I pictured it, neat and virtuous.
why did you come here?
To see Allison Mackenzie.
That's not why.
Allison Mackenzie and the Mackenzie home.
You're playing games again.
Well, the game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and on this charge cry, God for Harry, England, and St. George. The game's afoot, Allison.
What game, Mr. Hanley?
Is this Mr. Mackenzie?
Yes.
That's a Scottish name.
Yes, Mackenzie is a Scottish name.
You know, Allison, you and I are probably the only two people in Peyton Place who'd use the correct word, Scottish. Everyone else would say Scotch.
Is it really so important?
There's trouble in the Glen.
Please stop it, Mr. Hanley.
You know, Allison, there really is trouble in the Glen.
Can I help you?
You'd like that, wouldn't you, to reach out? Oh, you are the lady with the lamp. A spiritual Florence Nightingale of Peyton Place. A woman in white.
No, I'm not. I am...
Human?
Yes.
Vulnerable?
Yes.
But always virtuous. Always incorruptible. Above and beyond. In a word, Allison, good.
And what are you?
You know the story of Billy Budd. All right. Class will now come to order while I tell you Herman Melville's story of Billy Budd. A handsome, pure-minded sailor whom the evil Mr. Claggart set out to destroy. Claggart set out to corrupt Billy Budd in order to prove that there was no such thing as incorruptible virtue. That all men, that everything could be corrupted. Claggart's purpose was to shatter Billy Budd's innocence. Well, he succeeded. Mr. Claggart destroyed Billy Budd. And he destroyed himself. Allison, Elliott Carson is in the hospital. He's been shot by George Anderson. Your mother's at the hospital now. If you like, I'll take you there. Perhaps that's all I really came here to do.
It's much deeper than it looked.
Will you have to open the pericardium?
I don't want to expose the heart if we can help it. Seems to have angled well behind it. Maybe we can get to it by retracting the heart up and back. What do you think?
We can try. Small retractor. How's this?
A little more?
It's under a lot of tension.
More? More?
Nurse?
Connie?
Oh, Matt, I'm so glad you're here.
Where is he?
Michael's operating.
Oh, he's in good hands. Come on, let's find a place to sit down.
No, I want to stay here, Matt.
Connie.
I'm all right, Matt. Honestly. You know, something's happened, Matt. Ever since Elliott came back to Peyton Place, I thought I knew how I felt. I guess I was just worried what might happen to Allison or me.
And tonight?
I find myself wondering what might happen to Elliott Carson.
Why, Dad? Why would George Anderson try to kill you?
George is a very sick man.
Yes, but... Hey, you don't suppose it was because of you and... Go ahead. Finish what you started to say. Dad and who?
I know you must be puzzled by all this. Believe me, if I could explain it, I would. There's bound to be a lot of talk about tonight.
What kind of talk?
The usual conjecture. Violence always stirs up a lot of questions. Right now, my main concern is Elliott Carson. And,
Dad?
I'm going into town.
Listen, do you want me to go with you?
Thank you, Rodney. I'd better go alone.
Mother,
Oh, Allison, I tried to call you.
how's Mr. Carson?
Oh, they're still operating.
Will he be all right?
I don't know.
It's so awful. He's had so much pain and suffering, and now this.
It might be quite a while.
I want to stay.
Allison,
Mother, he has nobody. He's always been so alone. He shouldn't be alone now. Isn't that why you're here?
yes.
Then that's why I want to stay, too.
Can you see it?
Not yet. Clamp that bleeder.
Short clamp.
Here's the 5th unit blood doctor. They're cross-matching 6 more.
The usual conjecture. Violence always stirs up a lot of questions. Right now, my main concern is Elliott Carson. And,
Dad?
I'm going into town.
Listen, do you want me to go with you?
Thank you, Rodney. I'd better go alone.
Mother,
Oh, Allison, I tried to call you.
how's Mr. Carson?
Oh, they're still operating.
Will he be all right?
I don't know.
It's so awful. He's had so much pain and suffering, and now this.
It might be quite a while.
I want to stay.
Allison,
Mother, he has nobody. He's always been so alone. He shouldn't be alone now. Isn't that why you're here?
yes.
Then that's why I want to stay, too.
Can you see it?
Not yet. Clamp that bleeder.
Short clamp.
Here's the 5th unit blood doctor. They're cross-matching 6 more.
Start it.
There it is. It's up against the wall of the aorta. fragmented. There's a piece of it embedded in the wall of the aorta.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Maybe the special thing about him is that he isn't really special at all. That what we saw wasn't really what he was. Maybe that's true of all of us.
You talked to my father after the shooting. What really happened, Mr. Sway?
But why are you asking me?
He is holding something back.
If the town finds out you go to George into doing this.
So are you going to tell them? Think what the town would do to the man who killed Carson's wife. And let him go to prison.